our bars and businesses that served the queer community have been closing down very, very rapidly. And that's just due to the cost of rents rising and increasing. The modern queer civil rights movement was really founded in bars. They were the first places that were safe spaces for the queer community. Not only are we looking at losing that resource, this meeting places of ideas and minds, we're also losing our history.
It would be a shame to see it go away, not because the queer community said it needed to, but because the landlord said it needed to.
When I first bought this bar in 2008, I remember thinking, if I can just get through this economic downturn, then things will work out. But what I didn't really realize was that when the economy came back, my base clientele wouldn't be able to afford to live in the city anymore. The Lone Star was founded as a place where working class gay men, people who were a little bit more scruffy, people who weren't being represented by mainstream gay culture at that time could have their own scene. So they came here and they started the Lone Star. And that was the beginning of the Bear movement. Our neighborhood has long been an industrial neighborhood, but that has changed really, really quickly. The landlord didn't want to renew our lease because he intended to put the building on the market. And at that point, I thought that I could lose my business.
I came to San Francisco in '94. There was a lot of clubs and stuff like that, but there was no lesbian bar. So it was a place that I really wanted to be in, and I think that was the impetus for creating one. As soon as we opened the doors, it was packed. My landlord found a loophole in my lease and doubled my rent. But to me, I think one of the largest reasons why the Lexington Club closed was the displacement of our community. The Mission used to be a hotbed of dykes and queers and artists and musicians. If people are having to move to Oakland to be able to afford to live, how are they going to come to the bar every night? If I could have held on to that bar forever, I absolutely would have.
This is a queer bar that has historically been a performance venue. I've been seeing drag since I was 18. And I lived in New York City and I grew up going to drag shows there. It's always been really impressive and magical to me. And it became a way of making family and also making friends. These acts of celebration and entertainment are actually culturally knit the communities together.
Welcome to Club Something. How are you?
As we watched the Lexington close, queer people were looking for someone who had the money to come along and save the Lexington, and that person didn't show up. And so we realized that the person that we were waiting for is really ourselves. Right now we have the resources, we have the money, and we have the people and skills to make this bar successful. We're forming the first cooperatively owned gay venue in America.
We realize that we're going to need to provide additional support to keep our iconic established businesses here in the city. We wanted to partner with them so that the city can provide future support with them if a threat of eviction or displacement does come forward.
Joining the Legacy Business Program, to me, felt like the people of the city were reaching out and they were saying, you're important to us, your contributions are recognized, and we want to keep you around.
A city like San Francisco is so much historically about culture, and the gay movement here is a really big, huge part of that cultural identity. The important part of it is people are conscious and thinking about how do we incorporate culture into our legislation, how do we talk about it politically, and it's what is going to lead to making real changes in our communities.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.